So this class has come from one of our amazing members suggesting that there should be a class for no hands and no knees. Hands, obviously wrists and things like that, that I know that so many people have issues with, and that doesn't depend on your age, it's just sometimes people's knees are a bit funky, and that's okay. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to be focusing on no knees, no hands, still flowing, but really working more so on the lower body, the glutes, the hips, opening those areas. And then also, whilst we're not on our hands, you can really focus on opening this chest. So like I always say to you, think about just gently squeezing those shoulder blades together and down the body, but not at the same time sticking out this rib cage. So really just focusing on opening up this heart space, allowing yourself to breathe really, really easily. Okay, so with that in mind, we're going to start standing, or if you want to stay in a chair, or if sitting down is comfortable for you. So wherever you want to be, I'm not going to move to the top of my mat until we start flowing. So you can feel free to come to the top of your mat in mountain pose. Hands, just the palms of your hands facing away from your body. Maybe the feet are hips width distance apart, or maybe they're touching. This is your practice. Remember, you start to figure out what helps to ground you straight here on the mat. Toes, all of them pushing into the ground, nice and separated. Front of the feet all the way round to the back. Again, grounding you down into your mat, into your practice. Lifting up the arches of your feet, moving that lift up into the knee. Moving that lift up into the knees, just gently, just so you can activate the thighs. Gently activating the glutes, squeezing those glutes. Allowing that belly to remain nice and soft so you can take big inhales and exhales. Every single vertebrae keeps feeling like it's creating a little bit more space as you reach the crown of the head high. Shoulders softly dropping away from the ears. Tongue away from the roof of the mouth, nice, gently softening that jaw. And then softening the space behind the eyes as well. And whilst we're here, whilst we're doing all of this, we're really thinking about creating this safe space around us, safe space in terms of time and in terms of the physical space that you've got around you. Maybe drawing a big circle in your mind around your mat and wherever else you want to remain as yours. Bringing yourself back into the present with that thought and with your breath. Continuing soft, deep inhales through the nose, filling up all the way down to the belly. Exhale through the nose. Maybe you're visualizing any tension, any thoughts, unwanted thoughts being pushed out with that exhale, allowing you to come back into this light space where there's no judgment. There's no noisy, busy things going on in your brain. It's just you and your mat. Okay, one more big inhale here. And exhale. And gently just start to flutter your eyes open. Coming to the top of your mat if you aren't already there. We're going to inhale, reaching the hands high. Reaching the hands high. Imagine you're reaching for something on that top shelf. Lifting up those shoulders. And then on your exhale, imagine you've got a resistance band. You're pulling that resistance band down into those angel arms, those cactus arms. Really engaging everything, imagining that you've got something that you're pulling down from the sky, something you need to keep those arms engaged for. And at the same time, the shoulder blades are pulling together. Imagine that you've got like a pencil case or something, or a can that you want to squash in between those shoulder blades. So even though we're not really doing anything, we are. I can feel it a lot. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw them down. Inhale, reach. And draw down, just warming up those arms. One more time, inhale, reach. This time keeping those hip bones facing forward. We're reaching the left arm forward, right arm back. Just moving this upper back. Maybe you're gazing to the right side. Trying to keep those hip bones facing forward. Trying to keep those hip bones facing forward. Keep reaching the arms away from one another. Inhale, both hands high. Exhale, twisting the other way, right hand forward, left hand back again, trying to keep the hips forward, keeping that lower back stable, and then just using that mobility with the upper back. Breathing here as you keep reaching. Inhale, both hands high, really nice. Exhale, take the hands together all the way down, folding, big bend in those knees. Allowing the belly to rest onto the thighs, head is hanging. Shake that head, nod that head. If it's more comfortable, take those feet to hips width or wider than hips width. Just coming into softness with that neck, with that head, reminding yourself, soften the jaw, soften the eyes. Inhale, coming into your halfway lift, hands onto your shins, drawing those shoulder blades together like we were doing at the beginning. Gazing straight down rather than at your knees. Really nice long neck all the way to the tailbone. Exhale, forward fold. Really nice. Inhale, reaching the hands all the way high again. Keeping the hands high, stepping this left leg straight back into your high lunge. Slight bend in that back knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist left arm forward, right arm back. Keep reaching those arms away from one another as you try to keep those hips forward. Inhale, both hands high. Exhale, warrior two, facing the left side, reaching the hands away from one another. Thinking about that right knee drawing to the outside edge of that right foot. And again, you do not need a big bend in that front leg. You can have the tiniest of bends. Keep grounding through the back edge of that foot, lifting up the knee on that left side, really engaging. Just breathing here, softening the shoulders, the eyes, the jaw. Inhale, you're going to turn again to your high lunge. And then stepping all the way forward, maybe lots of little steps to the top of your mat, hands down at heart center in prayer. Just take a moment to breathe here. Okay, stepping that right leg straight back, hands all the way up, high lunge. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Other way, right arm forward, left arm back. Keep reaching. Keep breathing. Inhale, both hands high. Exhale, warrior two again. Facing the right side, bending that left knee. That left knee drawing to the outside edge of that foot. Thinking about this bum tucking under rather than sticking out. Reaching the fingers away from one another, gazing over that front hand if that's comfortable for you. With every breath out, just soften. And then inhale, you're turning the toes again to the front, reaching the hands high, high lunge, stepping all the way forward. Hands at heart center. Breathing here. Just coming back into that space that you have created. Okay, coming into that flow again, reaching the hands high, stepping that left leg straight back. Inhale, reach high, exhale, twist. Keep breathing here, and this time taking that right hand to the back leg, reaching that left arm up, maybe the tiniest of back bends. Keep grounding through the big toes. And spinning all the way around into your warrior two. Try to find that softness as soon as you get there. Inhale, reach forward. This time sweep that arm up and over, left arm to the back leg. And then all the way forward, twisting that back foot into your high lunge. Just to be able to step all the way forward, hands to heart center. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, hands high, left leg straight back, high lunge. Inhale, reach, exhale, twist. Keep twisting, keep reaching, and then take that left arm to the back leg, reaching that right arm high, tiniest of back bends. And then switching all the way through to your warrior two, facing the right side. Inhale, reach forward, reverse that warrior, left arm high, right arm to the back leg. Breathing here. And then coming all the way forward again, turning the back toes forward, high lunge, and stepping forward. Hands at heart center, breathing here. Nice big belly breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Coming into that flow one more time, reaching the hands high, left leg straight back. Inhale, reach, exhale, twist. Taking the back arm to the back leg, reaching that left arm high. Spinning all the way around, warrior two. Inhale, reach forward, sweeping that right arm up and over. Coming forward into your high lunge again. And stepping all the way to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach those hands high, right leg straight back, high lunge. Inhale, reach, exhale, twist. Taking that back arm to the back leg, reaching that right arm high. Spinning all the way around, warrior two. Reaching forward, sweeping that left arm up and over, reverse that warrior. Coming all the way forward into your high lunge. And stepping forward into your mountain pose. Really good. Just breathing here. Okay, coming all the way up with that left knee and the hands up to the sky, bringing this left knee into the chest stalk pose. Stepping that left knee all the way back again. And then turning to face the left side, both toes facing out. Exhale, sinking down, goddess pose. So we're really thinking about scooping this bum under and thinking about drawing those knees to the outside edge of the feet. So rather than dropping those knees in like this, and also we don't want to be like this, sticking the bum out. So it might mean that you can't come too low. So really think about scooping that bum under, breathing here. So keep thinking about scooping that back bum under, those knees to the outside edge of the foot. And maybe you can't come too low, maybe it's just the tiniest bit of a bend, and that's perfect. You're breathing, that's the most important thing. Inhale, reach the hands high, straighten the legs, turn they're now facing inwards, hands towards your hips. We're going to reach, thinking about there's a string on your chest, so you're reaching the chest high. And as you fold, you're thinking about these hip creases getting closer to one another. So the hip bone and the thigh getting closer to one another, coming into your wide leg fold. Placing the hands down to the ground whenever you need to. And maybe you stay here just with the hands on the ground. Or maybe you keep coming down. Maybe you have the fingers around the big toes, elbows out. Maybe you have your hands onto your ankles, wherever you want to, wherever feels comfortable. Wherever you are, just keep sending that tailbone high as you fold. Keep thinking about the hip bones drawing towards the thigh. And absolutely have a bend in those knees. Thinking about the knees lifting up to engage the thighs, to allow the hamstrings to lengthen really nice and carefully. Breathing here is going to really make a difference. So nice big belly breaths. Placing the hands back onto the hips. Straightening the back. Inhale, coming all the way up to standing nice and slowly. Good job. Just facing forward with that front foot, just allowing you to step all the way forward. Good job. Inhale, right leg high into your stalk pose, really squeezing that knee in. And then taking that leg all the way back, facing the right side of the mat. You're going to get a lovely view now. And then sinking down into your goddess pose. So again, you're scooping this bum under, thinking about the knees, drawing to the outside edges of the feet. Nice open chest. Breathing here. Something to bring you back to the present so you're not thinking about the pose that we're doing. Last inhale. Exhale. Inhale, turn the toes in. Reach the hands high. Inhale, hands come to your hips. And then spilling forward by sticking the bum out, leading with the chest. Those hip bones coming closer to the thighs. Maybe this time the hamstrings feel a bit more open. Maybe they don't. As long as you are breathing and you're working within your limits, that's all you can do. Final inhale. Exhale, hands to your hips again. Straightening that back, coming all the way up. Turning the left toes forward so that you can step all the way forward to the top of your mat, coming back into your mountain pose. Breathing here. Okay, we're going to come into stalk pose again. Now this one, you might want a wall next to you or a chair or something, so feel free to move. You're coming into stalk pose, lifting this left leg all the way in. And then crossing that left leg so it crosses over the right. And then sinking down, hands to heart center. Feeling a really nice stretch through that outside of the hip. And then feel free to keep sinking down with that right knee if you want a deeper stretch. Keeping a nice straight back, so shoulder blades together. Flexing that left foot. Hands high, right knee hugging in, stalk pose. Crossing that right leg over the left, sinking down, hands to heart center, into this figure four stretch. Drawing the shoulder blades together. Nice big breaths. Starting to slow down now so you can really just allow yourself to let go. Really just allow yourself to settle into the stretch. Final inhale. Exhale. Inhale all the way back up, placing that right leg down, mountain pose. Coming down into chair pose, sinking that bum down, hands up high or at heart center. Check that you can just about see your toes, you can wiggle your toes. And there's the least amount of curve in that lower back. Holding here. And this is the point where we're going to start to make our way all the way down. So if you can, sinking down, however you get there. Really nice, good job. As soon as we get here, coming into butterfly pose, if you need to sit on a block because you're starting to really round through this lower back, absolutely do so, taking the soles of the feet together, knocking the knees out to the side. Inhale, you're thinking about really reaching through the crown of the head, so you're lifting up through this tailbone, feeling really elevated and really long. And the same as when we're in that wide leg fold, we're folding, using those hip creases to fold, sticking the tailbone out. Leading with the chest, drawing the shoulder blades together, trying to keep the shoulders and ears in line, so you might not be able to fold too far, and that is okay. You're breathing here, and maybe you're pulling down, using those arms to pull you down, those hands to pull you down, or maybe you just stay where you are. Keep sticking that bum out, keep leading with the chest. Anytime you want to fold a little bit more. Inhale slowly all the way back up. Helping those knees, drawing those knees in together, really slowly lowering your way down onto your mat, completely lying down. Having your left foot planted down to the ground and just lengthen that right leg all the way up to the sky, driving that heel up to the sky. Now maybe you stay here, maybe this already feels like a bit of a hamstring stretch. Or maybe you hold on to your thigh, the back of your thigh, the calf, or even the big toe. We just want to keep this shoulder down to the ground. Keep drawing that heel up to the sky, working towards a straight leg, but absolutely does not need to be straight in any way, shape or form. Maybe with every exhale, that leg can come the tiniest bit closer to you. Exhale, slowly release, placing that right leg down to the ground. Other side, right foot is grounded. Extending that left leg to the sky again. Just notice maybe this is already a hamstring stretch for you. Flexing that foot, really driving that heel up to the sky, holding on to the back of the thigh, the calf, holding on to the big toe. Just keep drawing that shoulder down to the ground. So just work within your limits. Breathing here. Big belly breaths like we've been trying to do the whole of the time. Really nice big breaths. Exhale, slowly release. Good job. And with the feet on the floor, we're just going to allow both knees to drop over to the right. And you're going to extend this left arm and you're going to gaze over to the left. So really gentle supine twist here. We're really starting to slow down, so feel free to close the eyes. Inhale, both knees up to the sky and then dropping them over to the left. Extending the right arm out this time, gazing over to the right. Really sending that breath all the way to the back of the rib cage, the back of the chest. Taking both knees back up to the sky. And then gently hugging the knees in towards your chest. Keeping the back of the head on the floor, grounding through the whole of that back body all the way up to the shoulders. Taking any other stretches you need to do because we are coming into our Shavasana. We're lengthening the legs. We're taking the legs as wide or wider than the mat. Hands away from the body, palms facing up. If the eyes aren't closed, close them down now. And just soften into this space. Remember, at the start when we created this space around us, physically and emotionally feeling this space around us. Just softening into this space that you've created right at the beginning of the practice when we drew that line around us. In this space, all there is calm, no responsibilities, no future, no past. It's just here in the present, just breathing. No expectations, no judgment. Nice big belly breaths in through the nose, out through the nose, really filling up all the way to the bottom of the stomach. Continuing to fill all the way up to the chest, to the collarbone. I'm going to leave you here for a few moments just to breathe. And the next time that you hear my voice, we'll be moving out of our Shavasana together. So allow yourself to surrender into your Shavasana. Slowly start to bring yourself back onto your mat. Start to bring some nice gentle movements. Really gentle, making them bigger and bigger. Finally coming to a big stretch. Fingers and toes away from one another. Bending up the knees, rolling over to one side using that bicep as a pillow. And then coming all the way up into a seat. Maybe the eyes are still closed. Hands onto the thighs, palms facing up. Hands to heart center, bow the chin to the chest, thumbs to the third eye. Just take a couple more moments here, a couple more moments connecting back with that breath. And when you're ready, hands away from the eyes and blink the eyes open.